Welcome to the Hemlock State Explorer. Today we are at Tioga State Forest on the west rim of the Pine Creek Gorge, which is marketed as the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon. This area is known as Colton Point, and we're on the Barbour Rock Trail, a short, approximately 1 mile trail that leads to some amazing scenic views of the gorge. As you can see, so far the trail is easy crushed gravel, and there's actually a handicapped route 1.7 miles directly to the vistas. So stick with us for amazing vistas of the Pine Creek Gorge. After just a minute's walk, the blue blazed crushed gravel trail curves to the right. That's the handicapped accessible trail leading directly to the scenic views, but we'll continue straight on the narrow dirt trail that loops out around Barbour Rock, then to the scenic views of the Pine Creek Gorge. After a short walk through the woods on the yellow blazed Barbour Rock loop, we come to one of the scenic overlooks, and here's a little split rail fence marking the overlook. I love how the creek curves through the gorge, but this is more of a window than a vista, so we'll continue on the trail and see if we can get any better views. The main overlook has a wooden fenced-in area, and the views are okay from there, but the best views are found on the rock outcroppings to either side of the fenced-in viewing area. Here's one of the other rock outcroppings. This is exciting just coming out here. Of course, we're being cautious of snakes as we go. Don't see any of our friends, but whoa, you can walk right to the edge. Check out this amazing view of the Pine Creek Gorge on the Barbour Rock Trail. So the trail is very easy, especially if you take the blue blazed handicap trail, and this would be an appropriate place to take families with small children, and in fact you can probably still hear them in the background from the main sanctioned viewing platform. But if you're a little bit more adventurous and heights don't bother you, the best views are from these rock outcroppings. After lingering to take in this spectacular view, we'll head back up off of the rock outcropping and take the orange blazed west rim trail, which parallels the Barbour Rock Trail, except it follows right along the rim of the gorge, and then we'll reconnect with the Barbour Rock Trail and head back up to the trailhead. Overall, a very easy trail, even if you go off of the crushed gravel handicapped accessible trail. I'm particularly loving the orange blazed west rim trail for obvious reasons. Here we are back at the trailhead already. If you're in the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon section of the Pine Creek Gorge, we would rate this as a must-do on account of the ease of access and the spectacular views. But you can expect company on account of the ease of access. This is a great trail for kids and families. Just a word of caution, if you choose to take children here, you'll need to keep a close eye on them, as there are rock outcroppings jutting out over the precipice of the gorge. Let's head a mile down the road to explore some more views at Colton Point. Here is one of a number of scenic overlooks on the Colton Point side. There's a parking lot directly behind us and the rim trail to our right and then to our left. And then here's a scenic view of the Pine Creek Gorge. That ravine is the Turkey Path Trail on the Leonard Harrison side. You can check out that adventure at hemlockstateexplorer.com. And if you look up and to the right, we'll zoom in. That is the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon viewing area from Leonard Harrison State Park. Here's another view from the Colton Point side underneath the shade of some white pines, and we are loving the breeze. I like this view because you can see in the distance some rock outcroppings. And if you look down below, there's Pine Creek. You can actually hear it pretty well even from up here. This roadside view on the Colton Point side is called the 4-mile vista, not because you can see for 4 miles, but because it is situated above 4 Mile Run. Here's the Pine Creek overlook from the Colton Point side. There's a spacious parking lot right behind us. Here's a view to the north where we just were at Barbour Rock. Can't see much that direction, but this is an excellent view of the Pine Creek Gorge. Unlike the Leonard Harrison Pennsylvania Grand Canyon view, which is spectacular, I like this one a little bit better because you can see down through the gorge. And if we look up and zoom in, right in the center of the camera is the Leonard Harrison State Park viewing area. But if we zoom out and take a look down, you can clearly see the Pine Creek Rail Trail and see and hear Pine Creek flowing below. There's some riffles. Can really hear them even from this height above. So which is your favorite view? Post it in the comments below. But there's so much more yet to see at the Pine Creek Gorge, also known as the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, we can't wait to see you on the next adventure.